Nobody else was talking about the prices of Teslas staying the same over the past few months. Well, just today, we had the unfortunate news, actually yesterday, by the time this video actually comes out, prices have gone up across every single Tesla. So what we're gonna do is break down what exactly changed, which Teslas had an increase in price, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts as someone who owns the Model 3 rear-wheel drive after 15,000 miles of driving, if that car is still worth it, and my opinions on the other cars. So first I wanna say, make sure if you haven't subscribed to subscribe, because I give you warnings on things when they happen, and Tesla is not going to give you a warning. Hey, the prices are going to go up next week. It's just gonna happen right now by thousands and thousands of dollars. But we were talking on this channel, well, now is an unusual time. All we've seen are price increases, and I was talking about this over a week ago. You might want to place that order now before possible price increases happen, but unfortunately, it doesn't always happen according to plan. So let's go over this. I want you to follow along. So what actually happened? Just this week, Tesla has increased their prices on all of their electric cars across its entire lineup. That's right, every car you see here, but what actually happened? So first of all, for those thinking about the Model 3, and don't worry, we're gonna go over the Model Y, S, and X, but I'm gonna quickly go over what actually changed. What actually changed is the price went up $3,500. Now this author did not do their math correctly. This is actually $3,500, and this is the long range Model 3. So is it still worth it at a price tag of $57,990? Well, whenever I bought my rear wheel drive, so the acceleration, the modern design, the gas savings, is it still worth it? So what I would say is this: if you're already in the market for a premium luxury sedan, is the Model 3 worth it at today's prices? Well, for a premium car, it's still in that average range, if you will, for a luxury sedan. Now at these prices, I'm sorry, but it is well over many's budget. And I don't know if I would purchase this car again if I wasn't already looking and considering a luxury sedan. And for those who want the all-wheel drive, who want more acceleration, we see again at $57,990, the long range, and that's the only Model 3 that was affected. Is it still worth it? If you already are in the market around this price range, I would say yes. If it's going to be a stretch for you, I would potentially wait. I don't want you to get rid of your low payment car and trade it in and stretch yourself too thin. I got my rear wheel drive for $42,000, but let's move on to the Model Y and talk about the price increases there. So the Model Y has been the top selling car in so many different countries, surpassing the Model 3 more frequently, especially in Shanghai and China. Now let's see what the prices have changed like here in the United States. Well, you can see the long range went from $62,990 to $65,990, $3,000 and $2,000 increase here in the performance. Now, is this worth it? Now, my brother has a Model Y Performance, and I can tell you for $69,990, I can say concretely yes. I would think that would still be worth it. Again, I have the rear wheel Model 3, he has the Performance Y, and the 0 to 60, the Performance, the all-wheel drive, it is insane. And I can just say, again, if you're already in this market for a more premium vehicle, I would still say it's worth it. But we don't like this news no matter what. More price increases, no matter your budget, is simply not a good thing because you're spending more money for the exact same car. So what I will say is this: the Model 3 and the Model Y has insane demand, and the supply is ramping up with the new Austin facility going online and Shanghai going back into full swing after some closures. But with demand outreaching supply by a vast number, it's going to be a long time before we see those prices trickle down, especially with the increase of the goods that are used to make these vehicles. So we're gonna go over the Model S and X, and after, I wanna give you my final thoughts, what I expect. Are there gonna be more price increases? How soon may we see prices come down? So the Model S had a huge increase, $5,000. It's now over 6 figures for for this vehicle. That's for the all-wheel drive. Now the Plaid stayed the same. Now it's $104,990 for the all-wheel drive long-range Model S. And the long-range X went up $6,000 for the largest increase, now sitting at $120,990. Now the Plaid version of the X as well stayed the same. So a $6,000 increase for the long-range Model X. So my overall point is, are we going to see prices come down this year? Well, the entire goal, according to the earnings call that Tesla last had, was scaling. So it's going to take some time, and Tesla is expecting it to take the remainder of the year to scale up production. So demand is going to outpace supply for quite some time. I do not see prices decreasing this year. So is it still worth it? Like I said, whether it's the 3, Y, S, or X, of course it all has to do with your budget. Now savings, I save around $150 to $200 in gas versus charging. Now I actually met a Model X Plaid owner at a Tesla event here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania recently. And when you're at that price level, I understand $150 savings on gas isn't going to make a really big dent in your monthly payment. But I think for how fun these cars are, yes, you are saving some money. They're clean for the environment. I love the modern design. They're one of a kind. The list goes on and on. I think they're worth it. Of course, only you know your budget. If you do think they're overpriced, then the prices will come down. It's just not going to be, in my opinion, this year. Hang on. Maybe early next year, we could see prices potentially starting to fall. But hang on here. You will get yours as soon as that happens, but I would expect a wait. And remember, if you are financing, the percent APR, the interest has gone up as well. Don't forget that. It's now 3.74, and the mobile adapter is no longer included for free. So you have to remember all of these price changes that are going to unfortunately affect your wallet. But don't worry, I'm going to keep you updated if anything does fall as far as prices. So keep it here, make sure to subscribe. And the only way I know you like these updates and not the prices is to drop a like and consider subscribing so you can hear when those prices begin to fall. More Tesla news and tips regarding your new Tesla. Again, this is Matt from Funk to Trunk. We will see you in the next video.